Well, hello, and thanks for joining us this evening at 5:30. I'm Mackailyn Johnson, in for Sarah Herbakowitz, and we're here tonight with meteorologist Nathan Scott.
Good evening.
Good evening. I have to say, now that the sun's, it's starting to go down, it is feeling a little bit better out there.
Yeah, today has been 100% better than what we experienced yesterday. The high yesterday at Little Rock Airport was 102. Wow. Today's high, I had to get the jacket out because we only hit 92 degrees. That's pretty sad, isn't it?
I like
that we're like, oh, this is a huge cool down when we got into the low 90s. But it is true. It does feel much better out there than what it has been over the past several days. Right now, we're at 91 at Little Rock, 92 in Hot Springs, 88 for you folks in Pine Bluff, and 85. That's a cool spot in Monticello because you've been hanging on to a lot more cloud cover. Dew points have also come down. So you step outside, it doesn't feel soupy out there. It doesn't feel really humid, especially the farther north that you are. So your feels like number is primarily below the triple digits. And when's the last time we said that? It's been quite a while, right? With the drier air in place and clear skies tonight, we're going to be dropping down into the 60s in some spots to start off your Monday, probably 70 here in downtown Little Rock. But tomorrow, we're back up into the mid to upper 90s. 100 is the expected high in Fort Smith. The good news is it will not be too humid. I'll let you know if that humidity will make a comeback and also talk about our next chance we could see a pop-up shower storm coming up.
Thanks, Nathan. A Little Rock Bagel pop-up shop has been getting a lot of attention on social media. The shop has only had 2 pop-up events, with their first one selling out in less than 45 minutes. THV11's Jade Jackson shows us what all the hype is about.
Just when you think the line shortens at Bernice Gardens Farmers Market, more people show up to make it longer.
Hello. So what are we thinking today?
I think they've just kind of cornered the market, and I have been craving one.
All for these bagels.
Their social media has just been exploding, and I've heard about the pop-ups that sell out pretty instantly, so I had to come down and try.
The bagel shop is run by partners Trevor Papsadora and Miles Robertson. The two are originally from Maine and moved to Little Rock 2 years ago. They can't believe the popularity of their bagels in Little Rock. They just started the pop-up bagel shop here a week ago.
Bagels are something we ate every weekend there, and when we moved here, we were really excited to find a bagel shop to eat at, and we couldn't find any, so we started making them.
Straight from scratch, they're cold-proofed for 24 hours to slowly rise and eventually becoming the product the community can't get enough of.
So we work out of a commissary kitchen, so we travel every morning there, we set up and we bake, and then we pack everything into our truck and we bring it here.
And it's this process that's causing the viral buzz that's leading the people to come down in droves to try out the new Lone Bagel Shop.
We actually live right across the street, and we saw it on Instagram.
Yeah. And I'm excited to try them. We got the everything bagel.
Kind of a spicier bagel. Yeah. And we got cream cheese with lox.
Yeah, they look delicious.
Some customers have never thought about enjoying a good bagel until now.
I don't think I ever had. So I just was like, oh my gosh, I have been craving a bagel and I didn't even know it.
In Little Rock, Jade Jackson, THV 11 News.
Now, if you're a bagel lover and want to try these out, head on over to our website, thv11.com, for the bagel shop's next pop-up shop location. Now, the Maumelle community is still in shock tonight following a fire last night at Lucky's Bar and Grill on Murphy Drive. Just before 8 p.m. last night, fire crews responded to a blaze that fully engulfed the roof of the business. Owners tell THV11 they are devastated by the fire. We will continue to follow developments in this story as the people of Maumelle come together to support this business in their loss. Now, if you're in North Little Rock, you may notice some work being done on the trolley tracks tonight. Starting tonight, you may see road closures at the intersection of North Main Street and Bishop Lindsay Avenue. The city tells us that the work will continue at this location until tomorrow night. The work won't be complete. Workers will then move to the intersection of North Maple and West 7th Streets, where they will be until Wednesday. The trolley system isn't the only thing in North Little Rock seeing some improvement. The Main Street Bridge is also getting some much needed attention as city leaders push for federal funding to avert a potential disaster. THV11's Frederick Price went there to show us.
Yeah, you can really see the condition that this bridge is under. There's some exposed wires and some concrete has even fallen to the train tracks. But the North Little Rock mayor and the city's engineer tell me that while this infrastructure is safe for people to pass every day, this bridge cannot be repaired at this point. It will need to be replaced.
The Main Street Viaduct is a vital route for people in North Little Rock.
17,000 cars a day going and coming.
And the years haven't necessarily been kind. Now Mayor Terry Hartwick is among those pushing for a replacement.
I started looking and I started bringing our congressional district down and taking them underneath the bridge. And that's when they went, we need to help.
Hartwick says he's applied for the RAISE grant, money the Department of Transportation invests in road and other projects. In all, the construction would cost up to $35 million. The federal grant would cover about $25 million. A report by the Federal Highway Administration lists the bridge in poor condition. Chris Wilburn is the city's chief engineer. He's been studying and working on a replacement bridge for more than 5 years.
We've done some preliminary layout work of the bridge.
The next step, he adds, is design and environmental work.
The bridge is a historical bridge, so there's a process that you go through on replacement of historical bridges.
One of their biggest hurdles is the Union Pacific rail yard right underneath it.
The viaduct bridge crosses all their main lines.
He tells THV 11 the city is a major hub for the company, so there's consideration of an accelerated bridge construction project. It means crews would build the foundation first, then add the main portion of the bridge last, and as quickly as possible.
So the disruption to the rail traffic for Union Pacific is as small as possible.
Hardwick says the construction process won't start for at least another 3 years, but he's happy leaders are now taking action.
Our city engineer has to make sure this thing is safe. So we're there every month, watching to make sure it doesn't get any worse.
In North Little Rock, Frederick Price, THV 11 News.
And in national news, the Supreme Court's decision to strike down Roe v. Wade has reignited the nationwide debate over abortion and reproductive rights. As more states move to ban or restrict the procedure, abortion rights activists are calling on the White House to do something. Elise Preston reports.
Demonstrators took to the streets again this weekend to demand a federal law guaranteeing the right to an abortion.
We're demanding that the federal government do something to legalize abortion now. That waiting till November is not enough.
Pro-abortion marches have become a frequent sight across the country in the wake of the June 24th Supreme Court ruling that overturned Roe v. Wade.
I will stand here and fight, and I will stand here and raise my voice. A solution is accessible access to abortion nationwide. Your body, your choice. My body, my choice.
On Friday, President Biden signed an executive order aimed at protecting women's abortion rights. It expands access to abortion medications, protects online privacy and access to contraception, provides legal help to patients and providers, and upholds the right to travel out of state to get an abortion. This morning in Delaware, the president said there's little else he can do.
I don't have the authority to say that we're going to, state Roe v. Wade as the law of the land.
Vice President Kamala Harris told Face the Nation that the issue of abortion will ultimately be decided by Congress.
Because that branch of government is where we actually codify, which means put into law, the rights that, again, we took for granted.
Republicans, like Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, say abortion laws should be left to the states.
This is a moment for our country to have a discussion around this, and each state will decide something different.
At least 10 states have enacted a near total ban on abortion. Nearly 24 more have taken steps to outlaw or severely restrict it. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
The House is expected to vote on 2 abortion rights bills this week. And a consumer alert tonight as Ford expands its recall of SUVs over concerns of engine fires even when the car isn't running. The company is adding to its May recall of 2021 Expeditions and Lincoln Navigators, telling owners to park outside and away from buildings. They say 21 fires and 1 injury have been reported because of circuit boards that are susceptible to electrical shortages. Another 100,000 Escapes, Maverick pickup trucks, and Lincoln Corsair SUVs have been recalled because of fire concerns as well. We have more details on those recalls right now on THV11.com. And if you're looking for some low-cost family fun this week, we have some ideas. The details in 6 minutes.
And the heat will be building back into Arkansas as we go into the next several days. We've got a small chance there could be a pop-up shower storm. I'll have more on that potential next.